Hello, Dr. Lenz here to go over what is a search result and how do we assess these articles. So I'm going to take a look at the architecture of ethnicity in Chicano literature. So the title acts as a link to the actual article, result page. Here we have the author. You can click on that to pull up other articles by this author. Here's where it was published, so let's click on here to pull up the result. So here you can save it, but as I said in the other video, saving may be problematic, so I would suggest downloading it. That way you just always have it. And you can get rid of it later if you end up not using it or it's just taking up space or whatever. So here you have the actual article that you can take a look through. I like to open up the actual PDF just because it's a little have maybe a couple other options of being able to zoom. You can do other things like maybe running a search. Here we're maybe aiming for a project on Sandra Cisneros, so we can run a search and find all the stuff that is written that mentions this author's name specifically. Otherwise, how we navigate these big, long articles, which often average around 20 to 25 pages or so, maybe even 30. First, take a look at the opening couple of pages. This is where we're going to find things like a thesis statement or more broad angle type insights. And then once you get into the actual article, it's going to get a lot more specific. Take a look at the first sentence of paragraphs. This is the topic sentence. This lets you know what it's about. So if this is working for you and is of interest, keep digging. If not, maybe move on. Sometimes, and oftentimes, articles are set up into little sections, and there will be a split or something to indicate, we're changing from one section to the next. This is also a good spot to enter and figure out, is this something of interest that's going to help you out? Now, a lot of students have complained in the past saying, hey, I can't find anything written about my author. That very well may be the case. Some of the authors we read this semester have not really been written about by scholars. However, scholars will still employ literary criticism, theory, that sort of thing to write about other authors. You can take those theories and those criticisms and those scholarly insights about other authors and apply them to the author or authors you have selected for your final project. So, hopefully this helps a little bit with navigating. And the last thing we can cover is another spot for good insights would be the end of the article. All right, a little too far there. Last couple of pages where the conclusion is getting started or the main argument is getting wrapped up. This is another good spot to possibly find some good insight, some of that, maybe that broader language. Okay, so we will go over citing these articles in another video, and hopefully this is helpful.